Welcome everyone to the Breakup Podcast. My name is Elia. I'm the co-host of the podcast alongside my fellow co-host Gaby Puma. And now remember, you gotta be professional. Don't fuck it up. For anyone that's listening in the potential future of the two people that are listening, which is probably the two of us. Some context. Both myself and Gaby, we broke up with our fellow partners within the last month or so, or maybe slightly longer for you. For me, it's been really recent, and for you, it's been 30 or 45 days. We were just talking about how particularly wise we are, how wise and smart we are, being coaches and being so cool and good. And that we're so healthy in our relationships and we're so good and powerful. Okay, I'll stop talking. You take the stage now.
That we have all. Oh, excuse me.
No, don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Don't let it fall.
that we have all figured it out that shoot.
Don't say that, otherwise our clients may know that. We know that. Don't say that. Shh.
Oh my God. Wow. Well, this is, oh my effing God. It's so effing freeing right now. All of this madness with for my unwillingness to feel, and then feeling it, and then thinking that I'm going to get to X point, and then realizing there's not such an X point, and then realizing that there is no point anywhere, and suffering an idea. And as I intend to express right now, the unexpressible parts in my shoulder right now, like pinning in me, warning me what the hell am I gonna say or what the hell I'm talking about. Yet as I say that, the burst of laughter and joy in my heart of just like, fuck it all. I'm alive. Oh my gosh. My mind and my, like, all ideas, all perceptions of my sense of self, of life, and of relationships, all of it right now, it's circling around in the feel. I can feel it, they're circling around saying like, don't fuck it up, don't fuck it up, don't fuck it up. Look at that, you gotta keep this beingness of yours. Oh my God.
Yes. I'm gonna give some context on the reason why this is so funny. Not that it matters. Nothing matters. um, I mean, like, as a whole, it's like, well, first of all, it's like, you know, um, we're so human, and it's like we are also human in the literal meaning of the sentence itself. That means that, not like there is not a single person that is outside, that gets different feelings from the ones that you experience, say, in the context of a breakup. And that being said, because of our background as coaches, meaning working with people, we got into this really amazing conversation in which we were just building on top of each other, and essentially like deprogramming the stuff that comes along with our own individual breakups and untangling all of that. And as the untanglement went along, our perspective and the way in which our being, you could argue, given that we met through Steve Artisan, that's the main point of meeting, our being shifted. And we got to talk about how first of all, we have similar life experiences. You being from Peru and right now being in Peru, and me being from Italy and right now being in the US, with the fear of moving back to Italy if I was not to accomplish my goals. And as all of this untangled itself, we just came to the conclusion that, or at least that's what I felt in the moment, and it doesn't matter, that it's all just a form of acceptance. And even that as a sentence is not enough to explain all there is, and that's just fine. And yeah, it's really cool, and to a listener, this doesn't make any sense, and that's completely fine. Just listen to how you feel as you watch this. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter anymore, anything. What we have a sense is that no matter how painful it may feel in a breakup, this sense of you that is dying, like, and you're so aware, being masterful coaches and spiritual coach myself, being pure love, and yet this part of you that you're killing yourself, your old way idea or your way of being that. And then the next moment we go deep and we felt and we sat through with Elia, and then next thing you know, we are bursting in laughter of accepting and loving you, that. And not knowing, like, we are always here, we're always there. There is no any other thing, no any other nothing. And that's how this podcast birthed, from 95% of our population in the world at this moment being in this chaotic madness of suffering, self-inflicted suffering. And the 5% being our beautiful evolved beings that are in their states of being. But that doesn't matter anyways, because it's all the fucking same thing.
It's so interesting, like, to analyze your thoughts as you know you're being recorded, because now there is that extra level of awareness of like, don't fuck it up. Because if you do, you're going to be judged. And then all your clients are going to leave you and everyone is going to hate you. And it's like that battle, that internal battle of like, don't say any bullshit, while also just like trying to say something that makes sense. uh, oh man.
It we can never, okay, already is now said that, touch reality, because now we are aware of being aware of being aware because of the recording. And before the recording, it was flowing. And then that prompted us with this idea, this brilliant idea to share what comes and play with it. And now, well, we are so thrilled about it and honoring. And there is this major, massive discussion inside of me, all these ideas, all these controlling forces. We touch on the idea about creating, consciously creating, right? And then we said, it doesn't matter, because regardless, we are creating. And then when we are saying consciously creating, then there was something that you said, do you remember in that part, Elia? Then that's not normal anymore. Is that something you said?
I think are you referring to what I said regarding artificially creating?
Maybe that's what it was when we touched on creation. Yeah.
That point is like, if you start thinking from the idea of, well, now let's go and record a podcast. Now, the point of creating the podcast becomes the king. It becomes the queen. It becomes the most important thing. And therefore, because of the fact that you think about doing the podcast rather than just having a conversation, then the purity of your endeavor is not there anymore. And that's why this is a joke. That's why this is a joke. That's why what you're listening to right now is a joke, because it's a representation of what myself, in this case, I'm just going to talk about myself, I want to present to you, because I want you to think that I'm really smart. I want you to believe that, that you can trust me and that I'm perfect. And that's why this is a joke in and of itself. That's why it's so hard to create purity within content creation and within art. Because the moment that you think about, I'm gonna do this so that I can get X, so that I can get Y, so that I can get Z, then you're not doing it for the sake of doing the thing anymore. You're doing it for a benefit. That's just impure. It's not. It's all a joke. It's all fluff, and it doesn't matter, and that's fine. It doesn't make it good. It doesn't make it bad. It doesn't matter. So yeah.
And what that prompted me was to the idea and anchoring the common thread here, our state of being, that of all and illuminated, and our ultimate nature of humanity and of this existence that is awe and wonder. And in that space, then you're just sitting your ass in the ground and that's it, peace. Yet when we go about creating consciously, it prompted me saying like, oh, is that artificially creating as well? Because now I'm forcing creation through me to get something.
Yeah.
And that was just like, whoo, wait a minute.
What do you think about it?
This deep inquiries come up, like what is what anymore? Doesn't matter.
I'm trying to like shut up because I want you to talk, but I have so much to say.
Yeah, like this is the part where I like, what is happening? What is happening? What is happening? And that keeps coming, so I can respond to that like, yeah, nothing is happening, but yet a lot of things are happening and doesn't make any sense. And that's okay. I want to say I love myself through it all, just to inject a sense of safety for myself, that it's okay to be in this space and express it all. And even that, now I became aware of awareness of why is it that I need to feel safe. So that means that I wasn't safe all this time. That would be wow.
I want to share a few things that are coming through me, and that's like, and clearly it's just my insecurity, and that's making it really hard for me to just be here with you right now. It's just my clearly insecurity. I think that's what I would call it, and that is, I'm thinking right now all these things around, what are people gonna think of me? What if this gets posted within the ultimate experience? What is Steve Artison going to think of me? Well, like, what is that? Like, is it gonna think I'm cool? Is it gonna think I'm not cool? Is it gonna think that I'm just a kid or something? And and then it's like, oh great, this is content. Like I can make content out of this and like post it on my Facebook and on my TikTok and on my YouTube. And this is awesome. And then, but like, make sure that you say the right things though, and that's why it's so such a joke. It's like, you know it's just like, it's necessary for me to share these things in order for me to be able to talk purely to you, because otherwise I'm just going to be continuously going back and forth within my stupid self-talk and insecurity regarding how things should be. Yeah.
Oh, what a refreshment. That once we said, let's record, and the calling came, and really with a sense of playing and being with it. Now, this is the result that it's coming about. And the whole process, that time was present, that idea like, fuck, all of this, like all of this idea that I have about Gaby, it's now, share to the world all these possibilities, these opportunities, these co-creations that are happening very consciously, or that sense of consciously of advancing humanity's consciousness and elevating humanity's consciousness. Then does that exclude this language, this beingness that we are right now? And Steve, it's, he's so highly and so dear to me, and yet is it more important than me? Is it more important than this sense of me and experiencing life, and as very recently risking it all and jumping, and here I am in Peru again, and now really playing with this idea, like risking it all, playing with it all, discovering self, discovering what the hell is this all about. And then, the business opportunities that are coming, and maintaining a profile of a conscious creator, then who the hell and how does that look anyways? Yes, it's love, but isn't this as well love? It's extraordinary, and it's freeing. And what comes after I say all of that is that this sense of responsibility, that again, is an idea of an idea of an idea, that what is it that it's going to be serving me and serving out there? Yet who the hell am I to know that? What serves to whom? And why and what? So this whole entanglement, rewinding, unwinding, and absolute nothingness. And even now I'm not liking that much already, because it's kind of sensing very premeditated, and and
Yeah,
how much fun we were having, Elia, when we are just literally being and just expressing, and and
yeah,
now it's like, yes, there is this higher sense of awareness, yet it kind of is
it's
weighting us down,
heavy, right?
it,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right?
That's why it's so important to me to say, like, this is all bullshit. Okay, just like don't believe anything we're saying. This is all just fluff. It's just thoughts. They don't matter. You don't need to do anything about it. Like, it just doesn't matter. Okay, that's why it's so important, because if you think that what you're saying is important, then you're not gonna be yourself. And even the goal of being yourself in the first place is adding resistance to the fact that you're not being yourself. So it's just bullshit. So it's, yeah, like, and if you don't understand this, that's fine. You don't need to understand. It doesn't matter.
You
There is
can you can empathize with us. We are our hearts are broken, okay? So maybe
yeah, we're fucking wrecks, okay? It just sucks, okay? And I
and
love
this
that
is
so far we haven't talked a single bit about our breakups. We just talked about other stuff.
we went everywhere but the breakup, because after all, there is no breakup anyways. That's the
Yeah.
fucking idea.
Yes. Yes. And I will say, as the first thing that that I'm gonna say regarding breakups, that is something that I loved about our conversation with you, my conversation with you, because you were like, yeah, like it's an idea. It's like, what all the things you're experiencing regarding thinking about your ex-girlfriend, it's not, it's just an idea. It's not real. Like, she's not there with you right now. So it's like, it's all your mind doing this. And obviously I'm paraphrasing it, so I apologize if it's not quite to the standard that and to the quality that you experience, you said it, but it doesn't matter anyway. But it's like, I was talking about like my triggers, right? Like, so I'm like moving the shirt and like I'm thinking of her because that shirt reminds me of her, and like I'm feeling pain as that's happening, and that fucking sucks, right? But it's like, it's just an idea. It's like, it's a story, it's a set of experiences, it's a set of memories that you have, it's a set of emotions, and that's all there is to it, you know. So yeah, I'm done. I don't have anything more to say.
I thought you were going to. This is what had happened. It occurred in me when you were sharing that. It's that, okay, we got it, right? We got it. And we're suffering an idea. We are creating this. There comes that creating part of it. And then what are we going to do about it? Then what are we going to do about it? And then what are we going to do about it? And along the process, coming back again to unconditional love, of accepting and loving it. And then that was it. All of this madness, all of this existence, all of this life, all of these things, to come back to this unconditional love and to laugh about it. And what are we going to do about it? Well, there's nothing we can do about it. That's it. And then laughing of, okay, we accept, I forgive myself, I accept, I love myself, I love everything, everyone. And then we hung up the phone, and then I was like, fuck that. I want to suffer again. Oh, why this? Why that?
Yeah. And
Oh.
kind of like piggybacking off of that, it's like we found this, we found the secret to life, right? We're like, and that's the thing. I feel like I don't even remember it right now, and that's okay. Like, I may remember a swivel of it. I may remember a little bit of it, but it's only a memory. It's only a little bit of cloud. It's not it. And the reason for that is because the secret to life is not within the concept itself. It's not within the words. It's in the way of being that the words create for you. But you cannot get to the understanding of the secret of life based on the words themselves. You can only create it through the process that it takes you to get to the secret of life. And once you reach it, the words don't matter anymore. It's just a form of being. It's a form of understanding, of knowing that deep inside of you, that is it. And guess what? It's all a joke. It doesn't matter because you're going to forget about it. And it's been 40 minutes maybe after we came to the conclusion. We were all shit, this is the secret to life. And now we just don't remember anymore. And that's fine. And it doesn't matter. And that's why it's so funny. You're so smart. And then 6 hours later, you'll just go back to sobbing and crying and being sad and being like, life sucks and all these things.
There were so many moments that we got like, oh, yes, that's it.
It's so good.
And then now we don't remember it. And it doesn't matter.
It doesn't freaking matter.
Because we are doing it this. Guess what? Now the real bomb comes right now. For eternity. We are doing this for eternity. Like, I mean,
we'll be at it forever, and then we'll be on our deathbed, and it will be like, bro, I'm so dumb. Like, what the fuck? Like, like all these years, all these experiences, and yet I'm still dumb, and that's fine.
oh my God.
By the way, I want to say that's just my perception. Like, I don't want to say anything that offends people, but I mean, if you get offended by that, I'm sorry, but that's like, you probably get offended about other things too. But
Yes.
it's just my words. They don't represent you. They don't represent anyone. Like, get mad with me, okay? But I'm just saying, I know some of these things are gonna sound polarizing to people. That's fine. That's okay.
Where we are in this moment, even though we're aware of the recording right now, it's anything that I want to come up with. It's premeditated. It's and
Yes.
now I'm trying. Now I'm just like, fuck, what did I say? And what, you know? So I think I keep coming back to a self-responsibility, you know, and that sense of self-awareness, of being aware of what and that. But then even that, it's trying, it's controlling.
Yes. It's like, even within say me saying I apologize, or I just want to let you know that these are just my thoughts, and like, you know, that is also a way of controlling it. It's still a way of filtering it. It's subtle. It's like, I hate the word better, good or bad, or better or worse. It's bullshit. I'm just gonna correct myself already. It's just another subtle way of controlling it. It's like, you know, yeah.
It's ever like there's no, wow, yeah, like no word, as long as we are having fun.
Yeah, but even that, fuck it, who cares? That's another form of resistance. Just like, just be, and if you're feeling fun, great. If you're not having fun, that's, who cares?
That's fine too. Yes.
Like, you can literally get to a place of zero, of just like literally whatever is great. It's great.
And I can't even put there like happily ever after, because we know as long as we hit pause this and the next minute we are going to be creating self-inflicted pain. Now, what did I say? Oh my gosh, all the possibilities that if that sends out, if all of that, even this, me going there right now, I'm not being in this moment because I'm already seeing that. And really, any moment, there is not it.
Yeah.
Right now, this is not it.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
It seems to me like fun is the only optionality once you understand. It's like the default state. It's just funny.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Even saying, "Who do you want to be?" It's like, well, it's still trying to go off of an idea of who you should be. It's another should, it's not allowing yourself to just be. And it's so counterintuitive because bam, you hear that and you're like, fear. Fuck, what's gonna happen? Am I gonna be am I gonna be stranded? Am I gonna be homeless? But is that freedom though? Is that actually freedom? And it's so hard for everyone, myself included, because it's like I just haven't been living freely. I haven't been free. Like even as I'm talking, I can literally count the amount of times that I feel resistance regarding something. It's been like 3 times in the last 10 seconds. It's like it's never ending. It's just continuous programming right there. And and I'm not saying there's anything to do about it. It's just really interesting to notice it.
Yes, noticing all the fluff, all the resistance, all the fear. That's it. Regardless, except when we were not being aware of the recording, then I didn't feel fear. We were.
Now it's there. Maybe subtle because like as time passes, you just forget about it at some point. But like it's still there. I still feel it. I still feel that,
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a way of being impure. It's still impurity. It's not quite there yet. And it's fine, who cares? Like it's like you're gonna like we're gonna be impure all the time, It's like
Because who says what is pure anyways? What is pure? You are
right.
just that's a pure, but then you're resisting it because your nature is to express something. And when you express, really honoring what you're expressing, would that be purity? Because you're experiencing, and who says you cannot express that because it's our nature?
Absolutely.
And who says what is impurity, right?
There's so much to say on that. But also like, you are such a good coach. I always wanted to say that. I told you this already in person. You are one of the most powerful individuals I've ever met. Possibly the most powerful woman I've ever met. And just like, you are incredible. And I'm like, just having the chance to talk to you right now is an honor in the first place. You are so amazing. And the word amazing doesn't fucking sucks. Like it's not enough. Yeah. Even this in and of itself is bullshit, because I know 100% there is a part of me that's like, yes, get the validation. Hear what she's gonna say to you once you say that. It's gonna be so sweet. You're gonna enjoy it so much.
And then me is going like, okay, what, or that sense, the subtle at the beginning, I was like, oh, it feels good,
Yeah.
medicine to my soul. And then going like,
It's gonna be sincere.
right? And so like, what do you want of me, right?
Yeah, like
right?
So I'll send you my coaching invoice. Oh man.
Oh my God. Wow. And now both realities or both perceptions, as I keep dropping my thing.
Yeah, what a mess.
Putting both, like I was like the 10th time I dropped the thing. And now having the polarity, like I am so powerful because I am, that's my ultimate truth. Says who? I am and I am not. what we experienced, though, it was so pure. When I met you, we didn't talk. We literally were being, right? We were
Yes.
just feeling it. And, calling in Steve Forrest Hardison there, it's like you can't put into words that experience. You felt it, your spirit, we felt it, right? And that's what it made such an impact, let's say. But now wanting to drag that and recreate that,
Yeah.
or like getting attached to that idea, right? To maintain that, and now we have this like imposing, like it has to be like that, this idea of you. And a lot has shifted since then for both of us, right?
Yeah.
We have learned, we have grown, we
Shit.
have broke up, our hearts were broken, even though that even I don't like saying, because my heart is not broken. Absolutely not. My heart is whole.
Yeah.
It's keeping me alive.
Yeah.
Yet that sense of idea, to understand it, to reference to that, it's absolutely freaking crazy. That's not it. My heart is not broken. There is an idea that it could be broken, and is broken, and to validate our society that, yeah, that's what that is.
Yeah. And it's like, be careful as you say that, because think about all the repercussions that are come along with it, and that think about all the judgment that you're going to feel for all the people that's going to say, oh, she's heartless. Oh, look at her. What a terrible person. Like, she doesn't care. And it's so much happening inside your head. That's just like lies that are keeping you from just being you. And there is nothing to do about them. You shouldn't fight them. Just let them be. Just recognize them if you wish. And if you don't recognize them, that's fine.
Right? And somebody told me the other day, and this could be, perceived like a judgment or something. See, even me already judging that idea of, you look like you have it all your shit together, that you have it all, that you're whole, you're perfect, you're this, you're that. I said, like, well, that's your idea and your perception. I've never said that I have it all or any of that. Thank you. And then that prompted me, like, what did that mean? And suffering that for and entertaining that for a moment.
Yeah,
and
but
then
I don't feel like
that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, right, I don't feel like that. But then who is doing that? I don't feel like that part as well. And then it doesn't fucking matter. And this is the most fun, open, even that's saying it that way, right?
It's on a pedestal now. Don't fuck it up. Because now if it's not fun anymore, you lose it.
Now going like, this was the funnest like dialogue, and oh my gosh, it's so these ideas and thoughts. What a fool I am. What a joke this is.
That's what it goes down to. We're all fools. Just different ideas of life. And even that statement is wrong. I don't know anything.
That's just the most humbling that we could say, that I don't know what I don't know, that I don't know, that I don't know. Even that, it's just oh my goodness, this is a rebirth.
This feels like
cool.
Like literally it's just like decoupling the human experience, like unwiring, untangling all that stuff, which is so cool. I'm really enjoying this.
That sense of freedom. And life goes on, unless we come like every hour with our podcast bombarding our world, and everybody untangles and just happily ever after, and then the next minute and then the next moment, and wow, what a show. All these ideas to impress ideas. We are an idea.
I love that.
And then we are impressing other ideas.
I love
what
that.
On earth?
Yeah. My blood.
That's it. This is what we were like. We had many of these ones before we recorded. Like, I'm an idea, entertaining and impressing another idea. That's all it is. That's it. That's life.
You're literally an idea, like, like you're like, I remember you, but like we spent like 15 minutes together. That's all I know about you. Like that's really it. Like and now you're like literally on the other side of the world. And I'm like, okay, well, let's talk to this person, I guess. See what happens. But it's like that's it. Like it's all in my head and it's all in your head, you know. Maybe something's gonna come out of it or not. Who cares? Like
exactly. And we said, and throughout the whole share today, there were moments that I felt you so close because the idea became so strong, and how we related, how we shared from our experiences and how we entertained those ideas, and that sense of that I've known you forever, and then the next thing, and then we just all of that disappear, and the sense of nothingness of this is all bullshit. There's nothing, and like, and now it's like, yes, you're a person, you're an idea. And people may say like, what the heck, you're telling me that I'm an idea.
And it's not gonna make sense to like 80% of the people that may watch this or may not watch this. It's just not, and that's fine. Like that's completely fine.
You know how many times, how much it takes to so many, well, from what I've observed and witnessed, even to swear to so many people, because they think that, oh my gosh, I don't know where this is coming from. And it's just like reflecting, I know where it's coming from judgment and security and all of that right now. As I go like, how many times did I swear in this hour or whatever?
Yeah, how dare you.
Like, oh my gosh. That's gonna offend people, that's gonna do this, that's gonna do that. Yeah. Like, gosh,
it's gonna sink your business. Like it's gonna be the end.
This layers and layers and layers, and me, that I'm all about sacredness, the sacredness of life. But who says that this is not sacred? Who says that just because I said something, now I'm not sacred anymore?
Yeah, and even like I feel like the point of sacredness is as a whole, and I feel like this might offend people, so I'm just gonna say that right now. I apologize about it, but that's just my thinking, and that is like it's kind of bullshit, because it's like, what makes something sacred and what makes something not sacred? It's like it's the same thing to me. It just is. And it is, and that's it. And that's there, like it seems unnecessary to me to add all these like adjectives to things. So it's, or is it good, or is it bad, or is it worse, or is it better, or is it sacred, or is it like it just is. It is. And that's it, and that's fine. Like, that's it. And yeah, that's it. That's just my thinking on
it. Exactly. That's what it helped me to get there in our share today as well, of this polarity and why this, why that, says who, how, why, when, and when all of it, this is it. This is it. Our words are creating our reality. Absolutely truth. Yet accepting what is. And right now, I don't effing have a clue what the hell I'm saying anymore.
That's fine.
And I'm loving what is, right? And this has been the most sacred conversation ever, because I say so. Right?
Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
What our sense of God, our sense of this omnipotent presence said, thought about man, and boom, here we are. And now he said, like, I'm having this thought, and because I said so, just because of that.
And that's the thing. Anyone is free to subscribe any meaning to anything. That's the thing. It's like, and that's the thing. It's like, and is it good, or is it bad, or is it a good way to live life, or is it a bad way to live life? It doesn't matter. It's just a way, and no, it's not good. No, it's not bad. It's just a way. And that's it. It's like everyone is trying to live life given some sort of prescription that they read on the internet, or that a coach gave them, or that is what their idea of like living a good life. But all these prescriptions keep you from living your life the way it is. And just they are this idealized version of something that you have in your mind, an idea, you would say. And that's just programming right there. It's just like, it's and you can ascribe words to it. It doesn't matter. It's just like an idea that's something that's different compared to what it is right now. And yeah, I mean, and it's fine. It doesn't make it good. It doesn't make you good. It doesn't make you bad to do so. It just is. But, and you could argue it's a choice. You can decide to live like that or not. That's fine. Doesn't matter.
We are your boys to express that, all of it. We are expressing it because I don't have a clue why. We are here allowing it, and even allowing it maybe doesn't describe what is happening here. It is. And for a little moment, Mother Teresa came to me, going like, oh my gosh, what would Mother Teresa tell me right now? I was disturbed.
How dare you?
And I go like, oh my God. And it does not matter. Ultimate liberation, it does not matter. It does not matter. Oh my gosh.
And it's also that loop. It just goes back, right? Because now, as you say that, I felt, and maybe you felt like, fuck, if it does not matter, like, what are, but what are, I don't know, like, I'm scared. What are people gonna think of me? Am I gonna get clients? Is it gonna be okay? Am I gonna be like disavowed by my family? Like, are they gonna still like me? And it's just this continuous loop of bullshit. It's just like bullshit, continuous programming, and just being aware of it. It's just like cool, I guess. But it doesn't make it good. Like, it doesn't make it good for you to be aware of it. It's just like, if you're aware of it, great. Otherwise, great.
Wow. The great thing is that we know, we have a sense what it feels, and we are choosing our life in freedom, and we already are it, right? This is it. This is what will ever, no matter what, and any external entertainment comes and serving and liberating people, and even that, where does that come from? Right? It's what is, and then getting clients and all of that, serving and loving them, and oh, it's just a whole madness. It's just a whole madness. And yeah, we're playing. A lot of ideas come, like Alan Watts come to mind, and all these beautiful beings who are embracing it all and speaking it all to all aspects and parts of us all. And that's it. And I'm having a taste of that right now, as I've been swinging my pendulum of one side in my business of coaching and being the model and discipline and all of that, and then very spiritual and enlightened language and word and a pure divine love, yet then demoralizing my humanity, or not accepting that, or watching from afar. And yet right now, as I am realizing that it's all the same thing. Whatever is the same thing. The lightness I feel right now, and the fun and the joy and the ease that I feel right now, it's exuberant. And what a joy it is to be here. And the more I'm going now, focusing on this, then a sense of seriousness is coming up, like, ooh, yeah. And
now you figure it out. Like, don't forget it.
Yeah, that is that subtleness. And I think I want to say that I've seen this before. I've imagined this, like, what the hell would it be to fuck it all,
Yeah.
like publicly, right? You know how many times you entertain that thought inside of you, or like, what would it feel to fuck it all, like just like this? And now here we are, and that's it. We will never know. The best part of it is we will never know.
Well, maybe we will. Who knows? What do you think of that?
Yeah, like right now it comes part of my very world-class leaders and businessmen, and how by their way of presenting themselves they fucked it up and they lost millions and whatnot. But that's all external. That's all, that sense of loss, that sense of bankruptcy, that sense of that. And I'm going into judgment, right? And they're like still entertaining the idea that this is public. We are speaking to the world right now. We're speaking to humanity right now, and how the fuck is this serving to anybody? And but enough to, like, kudos on us to have the balls to be having this conversation and honoring all aspects of our experience. And there is beautiful beings doing that out there, yet it's not the reason we are doing it. It just came up. And then any of that, delete that, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And now it's getting boring.
wholeheartedly agree. It's yeah. In some way, I feel like it's like, how could it be any other way? You know, why? Who said that you're supposed to be the other way and you should give yourself kudos for being like this? Why can't it be the opposite? You know, and that's not to take away credit, but that's just an interesting way to think. You know, why can't it be always like this? Who said it? Like, you know, I don't see a rule that says that you gotta be different.
Wow. That same it, because that is unconditional love. Doesn't matter anything anymore. It really doesn't. It's not just a saying anymore. It's like actually a way of being. Doesn't matter. You're at peace regardless.
Yeah.
And speaking that out to the winds and accepting what is. And it's just the eternal loop. That's it.
You know,
how many people, please go ahead.
Sorry, please go. My bad.
Please go.
Okay. I don't know if I like the concept of unconditional love. Because it feels like even that is kind of like forced. And please don't take this as personally. Like, that's not my intent. It's absolutely not. I love you. I will always love you. You are an incredible woman and individual that inspires me incredibly. It sounds to me like unconditional love, just like anything else, is an idea, and it's something that it's a state of being, and it's something, and I don't even know what it is. It doesn't matter. To me, anything else that is a differentiation compared to what is something that's forceful. And if there is unconditional love, great. If there isn't, that's fine. That's great too. Like, it doesn't matter. It just is. And so, yeah, like sometimes I notice people like within our sphere of work that go like, you know, just be loving and be blissful and be this and that. And it's like, okay, but why not just be what you are? You know, isn't that like actual acceptance? And I don't want anyone to think that like acceptance is the way, or it's like the one truth, because even that you put it on a pedestal. No, just why not be the way you are, and sometimes it's going to be shitty, and sometimes it's going to be not convenient for you to be that way. But that's what I find to be the truth. And even truth, I don't want that to come across as like the pedestal thing. That's what you got to reach. There is nothing to do here. Yeah. What do you think?
I love it. And when you say that, the idea of Krishnamurti, I love, like, once we understand the oneself, once we understand, or how earlier, I don't know if it was when we recorded or before that, that level of understanding and being what is. I too, it's very recently that sense, due to my experiences and the breakups, of unconditionally loving came back to me, because I too that's an idea still. Even you saying to me, I love you, I received that. I know it's genuine and pure, but even that is an idea.
Yeah.
And going like, and that's already gone. We already maybe forgotten also, like, when you said, and that already is, and now this next moment, and I could, well, if I really want to tell you I love you, I will be telling you like in every breathing moment, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. And can you imagine if I'm doing like that? You're like, get off me, like what? It's like our nature is that of love, the ultimate truth, and and again, that's an idea as well, right? It's an idea. It all comes back to that idea, and I'm so with you on that, because nothing is permanent. And in our willingness to make it permanent, then this sense of love and this, which is still an idea. And to the core, when you were saying all of that, what I sense is the level of trust. And again, that's an idea, what trust is. And the level of trust, fun, and openness that I'm feeling in this moment, our navigation system, the feeling, the emotion, the freeing feeling, that's what I am going with in this moment. What you say, what you don't say, that's now washing, and it feels effing amazing right now. And again, that is an idea.
It may make no sense from a logical perspective. That's the thing. It's like it goes beyond it, and that's not even the thing. Fuck it. Like words are so finicky. Like, don't trust anything I say. Like, I'm just gonna speak for me. I don't trust anything I say. It doesn't matter. But yeah,
it's because the ultimate truth, it's that I love you, I love life, I love myself, I love everything. I'm here, and that is it. And from that space, I'm open to experience it all. It sucks, it hurts, it's blissful, it's all of it, and to a point, as we are realizing as of right now, it doesn't matter anything, because it's the same thing. It's the absolutely same thing. And even just as I entertain that, a sense of contraction comes to my shoulder, yet it's changing, it's transforming, and every breath, every moment, meeting just life, like, okay, this sucks, oh, this is beautiful, oh, this is loving, this is, but then that's an ideas. All is good, nothing is wrong with us, it's all good.
Yeah. And one of the what I'm gonna say, I want it to be understood that it's with the utmost love towards my ex-girlfriend, because it involves her. The reason why we broke up in the first place is because she values kindness over freedom, whilst I value freedom over kindness. And specifically, she was not okay with me potentially putting freedom more on a higher level compared to kindness, because it meant that I could have been dangerous, and I could have done things that would not have been kind towards people. And as you know, this resulted in a breakup, and that's fine, and that's totally fine. Like, we still love each other in different ways, and everyone is is accepting it as we speak, and it's fine. It's okay. But it's one of the reasons why I could not say I would put kindness over freedom. And the reason for that is because in my point of view, within my current perspective, and this might change in the future, if I was to say I would put kindness over freedom, then I would be, and that's just an idea of freedom, that even freedom itself is bullshit, but it's just my mind going towards it. It would feel forced to me, like, just be kind for the sake of being kind, for not for the sake of being kind, but because you tell yourself that's your value, that's the thing, that's the first priority within the way you operate throughout the world. And that is it's not pure to me. And again, there is nothing good or bad about being pure. I just want this to be clear. It's not, it doesn't matter. It's fine to be impure. It's just a decision and a seeking that I do towards trying to be pure. And even trying is bullshit, but anyway. When something is, that's why I don't like affirmations. I think, sorry, I don't like affirmations. When you say something without feeling it first, without it coming through you, it's another form of resistance. And it doesn't make it good or bad. It's fine. Anyone can do whatever they want. But if I'm going to try, if my value is kindness, then the kindness itself is going to be put on a pedestal, and it's not going to be kindness because I want to be kind. It's going to be kindness because that's my value. And that makes it impure, and that makes it not what it could have been. And not only that, it also stops everything else that's coming through you because of the fact that it might interfere with the value itself. That's why I don't like the idea of values. I think it's not, it's just not for me, honestly. So that's it. Just wanted to share that.
Wow. My mind went to so many places and so many judgments and so many of, values, virtues, perceptions, more ideas, and going back to the idea like, okay, so what is kindness and what is freedom anymore if it's not the same thing? In this sense that you gotta be a certain way, conditioning program. It has to be this way for me to be, rather than I be, and that's that. And the sense of honoring humanity, evolution through us, of having resisted for God only knows how long and millions of years, and now our sense of freedom coming back to us, that it's overwhelming, that what the hell we do with it. We are experiencing it, playing with it now as the more evolve or mature we are becoming, and then we are saying like, realizing like, it doesn't make any sense anything anyways. And this sense of freedom to risk it all, fuck it up all, and just for the sake of being that. And it may so, and this would be a fear or insecurity speaking, it may be so like we end up all alone, and me all alone, nothing, nobody, or because now we don't have values, we don't have anything, and no alignment with whoever we are calling in. And then the line of manifestation and declarations is like I am calling and describing all these things about your partner or whatnot, and then you call in and then you commit to that, but then that is force and resistance as well, and then you're being forced to be doing that, and it's a whole madness. It's a whole madness. And it's all this not a war, but it's coming war anyways, of fear and love, fear and love, fear and love, letting go of that fear, letting go of that fear and love. But then who says that? Why isn't it's the same thing? Ooh.
It's oh shit. Wow, what we lost Gaby. Man, I love her. She's awesome. She's so cool. And I hope I never came across as disrespectful. And again, this is another form of conditioning. Fuck it. I'm conditioned. Yes, I'm conditioned. I know I am. It just is. But I love her. She's awesome. And I hope I didn't come across as disrespectful. I'm gonna wait she comes back on. And if she doesn't, it's fine. There's nothing to do about it. It's fine. It's okay. And there's so much out of this can be taken out of context, and it might be taken out of context. And if it is, I'm just gonna say I apologize for it being taken out of context. But that's the truth. That's what was as felt as the closest thing to truth to me so far. And yeah, that's it. Okay, we're back.
If anything from all of this has been again another beautiful idea, the most healing transcendental dialogue, and I want to honor that, and I want to anchor that energy in this field. The most healing, evolving, transformative, sincere and pure share I've experienced it. And my mind could say, like, what about when you said that, like that time and that time and that time? Yes, I don't care. That is what I'm feeling right now to express, and you are the judge to you receive it or not, and
yeah,
our beautiful listener receive it or not. And for me, given where I am in life, given what it's present to me in the path, it's like, wow, this is a possibility. What else could be a possibility when we do have the sincere talks? You know how much it takes us, our human beingness, to open up. And you know, as coaches, like the amount that the reminders, it almost now it's just so fragile out there, you know, like it's safe, it's intimate, it's this, it's that, and or now way there, or the scarcity mindset or the fear-based thing, like, oh, I'm gonna fix your life, I'm gonna give you $1 million and whatever. And now it's the other, like it's love is leading the way, and it's safe, and you're gonna be safe, and you're gonna be safe, you're gonna be safe, you're safe. Oh my gosh, it's like, oh, let's breathe, right? Take a breath. And now to discover that for the past couple hours for us now, if only a dialogue like that can happen in a more regular basis, anybody, you know, anybody, any human being, any from whatever walk of life, the realities, the discoveries, the fun, the joy, it's here, you know, it's here for us all. I love you, and regardless you take it or not take it. And now the idea now becoming, well, like all the program is like, to us. And just like I asked you for an agreement. That's something I'm learning now, given the relationships and the breakups and like everything is relationship now. Even that idea for agreement, that what we are agreeing to, so we can reference back whenever something happens and contrast happens or whatever shows up in the path, then we can refer back to the idea of that agreement. What did we agree, so we can honor that, so there is some sense of context and the base and the foundation to, so creations can happen. When we birthed this idea, was to me, it was like, it's time, okay, I'm honoring how it's coming, to have fun, I said like, okay, fuck this. Some minutes I'm gonna be all in suffering again. And they're like, no, let's make an agreement and we can have fun. We can laugh about it. And circle into that back, it's my invitation to you, our agreement from this moment onwards to until whenever. It's that sense of laughing about this and honoring that what is, having fun.
I personally don't love the idea of agreements because I fear that it might be another form of, now it's like another form of contract. That is, I fear that, and I mean, is fear the right word? I don't care. There is no right or wrong, but it's like, it's another thing that you know that you have on your schedule, and does it come out of you? So what I am willing to say yes to is, if it does come out of me, or it does come out of you, to say talk or just do something else, whatever that is, doesn't matter. As long as it comes out of you from a place of sincerity, and that's, you'll know when that is the case, because it's a voice and it's annoying. It's very clear. It's very like, I feel like doing this. It's like eating ice cream. It's like you see an ice cream shop and you're like, I would like some ice cream. Just get that ice cream. As long as that comes from that place, then yes, the answer will absolutely always be yes. I don't personally like the form of like, it's like agreement of like, okay, now we gotta meet once a week. Oh, that's not, oh fuck, I don't want to do that. It's so hard. It all sounds exhausting to me. And it's like, and I know we have that to a certain degree in order to function as society, but it's like, it's another thing to add. Yeah.
I love that. I love that of mastering, and again, that's an idea that we're describing the, like, right, mastering intuition and saying like going with when it comes, then is that fun and joy and natural, genuine, pure in a way, and it comes, and going deeper into that aspect of what is our reference point, and so there's just, okay, we are it, that's it. And when that comes, we say like, hey, reach out, and that's that.
Yeah.
So in a sense that it still is an agreement.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't think it's an agreement, because it's a choice. Even as that comes through you can decide to follow it or not. There's always free will. Because then if something is coming out of you and you're like, well, I don't want to do that, then it's another social construct of agreement, of contract, or whatever. Now, if it comes out of you and you would like to do it, go do it. See, like, these conversations, these cannot be planned. Like, you cannot put it on the calendar and just be like, okay, now in another week we're gonna have another super special, incredible, powerful conversation. No, like it just comes out of you, and like, if it comes out of you to say, let's talk in 7 days from now, let's do it. But and there is no need, there is no must, like, but like, I personally find that the most sincere and pure things come out of a sense of just coming out of you, not from a sense of like, okay, now let's set up this weekly meeting in order to meet up and talk business. What the fuck is that? That's so, yeah. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
just,
so I love that. So now that puts me into, because now I'm realigning, right, in all of this new territory where I am, and all the life and all the breakup, what brought us to this space to be sharing so freaking powerfully right now. And even that is, again, it's an idea. It's, realigning to my sense of commitment, agreements, boundaries to myself. What is that I am tolerating and I'm willing to tolerate, and be in my word, what I say that I'm going to say, I'm going to do. So everything that what I feel, what I say, what I do is in alignment. So that sense of feeling and honoring self. And now when you say like, okay, honoring, when it comes, it comes. And so there's no sense of agreement, no sense of commitment. And that itself is life, right? That's the pureness of life.
Life is a lot of
And
things. That's and the social social things that we create, which are commitments, accountability, discipline. It's all forced. It's all forced stuff. It's not. It doesn't come from the inside. So it's yeah. It's all another. It's all anxiety creating, and it doesn't matter, like even if it creates anxiety, that's fine, like there's nothing to do about it. And I think another thing is like for you and for me and for anyone, like you don't need to make anything out of this. You can just have this conversation and not make anything out of it and not post it on Facebook. I might post it on Facebook, I might not, or you might post it on Facebook, or you might not, that's fine. But like there is nothing that you inherently need to do out of this, because then you go back into the idea of gaining something that you don't have. That's why I don't like I used to be this guy that always would write down his thoughts and like write down like everything, all the like genius things that I had. And it's like, no, it's like you go back to the old issue of scarcity. And even scarcity is not an issue, just the habit of scarcity, of like, oh, what if I forget? It's another form of just you not having the thing. And so you write it out of insecurity. Just experience what you're experiencing, and that's good. That's it. And there's nothing you need to do about it. Like if it lands within you, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like you just feel like you are like some sort of mold that's like dumb and needs to remember things and needs to go after like your notes about things. It's just so unnecessary. Just what is going to land within you is going to land within you. You don't have the capacity to have like 1,000 prescriptions inside of you or 1,000 things. Just have one, just whatever it is. That's it.
oh, I love it. Absolute zero attachment. The minute, I started feeling so much almost anxiety when you say like, yeah, no, I'm not commitment agreement, no, because then just allowing what is. So my hands and my arms started, to shrink, and I could sense just the sense like, oh, So as you were speaking, my body was feeling it, and that's it. You do something because of a sense of that will fill something up, and that sense of scarcity, and that you are not enough, or you don't have enough already, or all of these ideas is just getting deeper into how really all of this is being created just for the freaking sake to just talk, to just be with our thoughts. Okay, that's it. Being with our thoughts, that's what this is all about. And when that thought comes to, oh, let's talk to Elia today, and it will be, and that's it. Breakup, being with thought podcast or whatever, because literally what we are being is being with the thought aloud. Serves you, me, like it did in this moment or not, right? Whatever we make it of it, and whatever makes it anybody who listens, watches, if ever, if now or whatever. And that's it. And as I say that, now my body is releasing that sense of like contract that it was appearing when I kind of feel rejected, right? When you say like, oh, I don't do agreements or commitments, and that, and those wounds, like somebody, that idea that God in myself. And now as I watch myself and gain and open to learn and receive that saying like, oh my gosh, yeah. Because I keep writing things just for the sake of being with my thought. And that's what we really are doing right now, life. And that literally is, I keep saying this all of this time when I want to put something out there, or when I want to just show up there. It's just like really this madness of humanity right now, no matter how successful or unsuccessful, even that who says that, is not being able to be with your thoughts, period. That's all this life to me, or being with your thoughts or being with your ideas. You're wanting to run away from that, and that's it. That's the problem, supposedly. That's
Even
it.
that, is it a problem? Who knows? I don't know.
Exactly. And as I say more that, because now I'm trying to make a point, my back, it's, contracting, because now I'm really wanting to prove myself or to make a point. And I can sense, there's no more lightness, because now it's like, says who, says what?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what a swing.
Mindfuck, right?
Mindfuck, absolutely, yes. Everything.
Yeah.
Everything, anything and everything. What a joke. What a joke.
Once
Like,
again.
oh my gosh.
And it's like, yeah. As I'm like listening to you, I'm like, yes, like you're like saying your points, right? Like she respects you now. And I'm like, oh, now I'm a guru. And it's like again, like say, oh, this bullshit. Oh, it's just end it.
Exactly. And me, in that
Oh,
sense, maybe not to piss you off or piss myself off, saying like, oh yeah, that is right. Okay, how do I go here? How do I find unity here? So like, okay, do I agree with you? Do I just go come after you,
yeah.
wanting to make a point? And then catching that thought and feeling, and it's starting the senses in my body and not honoring that. And like just wanting to be validated, or saying like, oh, I gotta prove a point here, and you are right, it feels right, but then my body's not saying, why is my body feeling like that? So it's just like this madness of insanity loop going around. So anywho,
I love your bodily awareness. Just the fact that you keep on reflecting that onto how your body feels. It's really, really magical.
that's how I got here, when I got an autoimmune disease, and it's my body, my soul, my spirit telling me like, when are you going to wake up? And this is a sense of being awake and waking up, and even that is an idea again. And if you're not awake, then what are you? Anyhow, so I'm very in tune with the body, what she's telling me, and honoring and learning from her, and she honoring her.
It's really cool. Really cool. Interesting that you describe it as her. It's really interesting.
Yeah, I will never be able to experience this beautiful thing and body and temple, because I can't see it. I can't ever see it, ever.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't exist.
this is so profound. I am so grateful for you and for this.
Thank you.
There's nothing else to add to it. Like it's just, yeah, so good.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And this is it, or not.
It doesn't matter. Like that's the thing. It's like, you just, if something comes out of it, great. If it doesn't, great. If there's gonna be another one, great. If there's not gonna be another one, great.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's like honoring and now processing what just happened in the body, and the memories and all of it. And
Yeah.
so excited to go on.
Yeah.
To go
And even
on
like don't
and
process it,
trust.
Just like, who cares? Like if you
Even
start
better.
treating something as profound, then you lose the fact that you're in the moment. And even the fear of losing the thing that you're in the moment keeps you out of the moment. So it's like, just, if you want to process it, process it. If you don't want to process it, don't process it.
Yes, the reason why I came there as well is like my body started to again clench, and it wanted to speak that out,
Yeah.
and it's like allowing that, and the sense of safety or security, like what is going to happen now, or what, that wanting to have a control or something. And this has been a complete shower, like,
Interesting.
it's just like letting go.
Yeah. Interesting.
I love you. Thank you so much. I love us, however that is received. This is to being aware and aware of the awareness of awareness of awareness.
Whatever that means.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you. You are so special. I'm so grateful. And even these words they suck, but like, you get the point.